Hello, today we will be constructing our actual devotion book, and I'm going to be giving you the information you need to be able to construct this book. First and foremost, you have a document that has been shared with your three other group members, the three devotion writers and the prayer writer. So there are four members within each of your group, and it's titled by the month/theme. So you're looking for the document that has been shared with you that has the month of your devotion or prayer and the theme that has been assigned to you. Once you find that title and your shared with me documents, then I want to make sure that at least one member out of each group make sure that your page is set up properly. So to do that, you're going to go to File, Page Setup, and we want all of these margins to actually be 0.5, except for the left margin. We want the left margin to be 1 inch because that will allow for us to put it together and still be able to read our documents. So we want to be able to have our left margin be a full inch so that we can read our document once it's all put together. Also, I would like for each group to be sure that they insert page numbers at the bottom of the page so that that will also be there. Next, each group member needs to have 2 pages for themselves. The first page is going to be where your artwork, your image that represents your devotion is going to go, so that will be this first page. And then the second page is going to be the actual devotion. Now, I know you guys have received a paper with each month's theme and each student that's doing it, and I want you to know the order because it would be really helpful. All of the 6th graders should be the first 2 pages because their prayers are supposed to prepare the readers for the devotions that are to come. It's supposed to be a prayer that prepares for the devotions that are to come. So we want to start the first 2 pages with our 6th graders. Then after that, if you just go in the order that is listed on the paper, that would be perfectly wonderful. So let's pretend I'm a 6th grader because I have these first 2 pages. On the first page, this is where your image is going to go. You can, for today's practice purposes only, because I want you to practice inserting an image, I'm going to let you just insert an image from the internet or wherever. And I'm just going to go ahead and insert one from my desktop. If you find an image on the internet, you can practice using your screenshot capabilities by pressing and holding the keys Command, Shift, and 4. And if you do that, you can take a screenshot. What's great about screenshots is they automatically then save to your desktop. So if you upload an image, it'll usually be on all my files, but if you click on desktop, it will take you to those things. And you can choose the screenshot that you would like to upload, probably the one that you just took, and put that screenshot in. Mine obviously doesn't relate to my devotion because 1, I didn't write a devotion, and 2, this is just for demonstration purposes. So we've inserted my screenshot. Obviously, it did not end up where I was hoping it would, but I know that I can move my screenshot where I need it to go. Once I have it moved where I want it to go, I can then also crop my image so that only the views that I want to be shown are there. So if I click on my image and then press the crop image button, I can take it down. So literally the only thing I'm seeing is my picture. I don't get any wasted white space, which is nice because that will allow for me to get the maximum size out of my image. So now I've cropped my image, and once I have done that, I can then also click on it and I can extend my image to the full extent of our page. So again, if you look at your margins up at the top where the arrow is, follow your line up there, it shows you where our cutoff is, so my picture does not extend wider than my margins. So that is the maximum size my picture can be, even though there's space below, but that's okay. Now, at the bottom, you're going to see there are 3 things. We have inline, wrap text, and break text. What you want so that you can add a quote-unquote caption to this is wrap text. So you want to do wrap text on here, and notice it comes up with an 1/8 inch margin. That's perfect because then it looks like a caption. So then you will go ahead and you're done with your picture. Directly below is where you can put your caption. Your caption, because it's going to be your artwork, is going to be two things. It's going to be the title of the image, and it's going to be your name. Okay, because artwork always has titles, and the artist always signs their image. Also, because it's a caption, please go ahead and italicize it. And we're going to keep all of our font the same. So Droid Sans, size 11, italicized is what we want for our caption of our photo. Okay, once you have that done, it is time to insert a page break so you can get your second page of your document. Your second page is going to be where you put your devotion. So I have one and I have page 2. I know there are many other pages on here. That's from last week's practice with 7th grade. So my second page is automatically set up with the margins that I'd want. And so it's time for me to do a few things. I need to center my title. I want to choose Droid Sans. I want to choose that it's not normal text, but it's a title, which automatically comes up with size 21 font. So you want to title your devotion. Below that, I want you to use the subtitle text, which again, we're going to stick with Droid Sans, so we have continuity throughout. It's size 13 font, which is perfect. And your subtitle, again, is simply your name. Okay, so that's how you tell people who the author of this is. After you've done your subtitle, I want you to press enter twice, actually, and I want you to go to left alignment. We are no longer wanting to be italicized or subtitle. We want normal text. We want to go back to Droid Sans, and I want you to choose size 12 font. This is simply where you type your devotion. Many of you have already typed your devotion, so if you have, do not type it again. Simply copy and paste it. If you have not and you need to start, then I want you to press the tab key to indent and start writing your devotion. Again, as I know, most of you have already typed your devotion and or prayer, so just please copy and paste it. Go to the beginning of that devotion after you've copied and pasted it or started typing it, and I want you to insert something called a footnote. So again, you're inserting a footnote, and footnote is up here. When you do that, it's going to take you to the bottom. I want you to choose your month's theme, and many of our month themes currently have several options. I only want you to include the theme that you wrote your prayer or devotion about. So for January, if yours is about joy, I want you to put joy down there. So you're just putting your month and your theme in your footnote. So that tells everybody what your focus was when writing this devotion. So to recap your expectations for today, you are going to be inserting an image that you believe represents your devotion well, because we're just practicing when you'll actually insert your artwork. You're going to then crop that image so that you can make it only the picture. You're going to then expand that picture as large as the margins will allow. You're going to then caption it in size 11, italic, Droid Sans font. And you do that by saying that you want to wrap the text at a 1/8 inch margin. Then you're going to insert a page break. Again, insert page break. And you're going to have your second page, which is going to have a title, which should be Droid Sans. Look, I made a mistake. Droid Sans, size 21 font. And your subtitle, also Droid Sans, size 13 font, is going to be your name. You're going to write your devotion in Droid Sans size 12 font with an indent at the beginning, as well as a footnote inserted that tells me your month and your theme. If you finish early, you are allowed to start working on artwork, whether it's digitally or by hand, that can compete to be the cover page of our whole devotion book, and we will all vote as a middle school on which one we believe should be the cover, or you could work on artwork that you believe goes with your month's theme so that it could be a separated page. Just like a lot of books have chapter pages to prepare the reader for what is to come, you could work on artwork for a chapter break that will prepare the reader for what is to come for your month. So those are your options if you finish early. As with last week, when you are finished, to turn this into Edmodo properly, I'm actually going to have you practice taking screenshots. And to take a screenshot, again, you hold the keys Command, Shift, and 4. When you do that, your keyboard looks like this. So go to the edge of where you want to go and take a picture of your whole document. When you do it, you'll hear that sound if you have your sound on, and automatically it saves directly to your page on your desktop. So then in order to turn it in, you're going to go to Edmodo, and where mine says send, you're going to click turn in, and you're going to upload it as a file. And you'll upload it as a file from your desktop, and you'll be able to find that screenshot right here. Okay, and so that will help me see that you are practicing making screenshots. It will also help me to see that even if somebody else messed up all the hard work that you did today, that you did do what you were expected to do. So thank you, good luck, and I look forward to reading your devotions.